Welcome back to your science class. Today we'll study about the adaptations of mountain regions. Mountain regions, as you all are well aware, children, that the habitats of mountain regions are normally very cold and windy, and in some areas snowfall may take place in winters. Okay, have you seen the trees and the plants in the mountains? You must have noticed that if you have been to a mountain region, okay, you must have noticed that the trees are adapted to live in the mountain region. Okay, how are they adapted? The trees are normally cone shaped and they have got sloping branches. Okay, you all must have, if you have been to a mountain region, have you ever noticed, children, that the trees of the mountain region are like this? Okay, usually you can see all the coniferous trees you have studied in your SST class. Okay, they are like this. That means sloping. Okay, sloping. These are sloping branches. They are cone shaped as well as they have sloping branches. And you must have noticed that the leaves of these trees are needle like. Now, what is the reason that they have got cone shaped and sloping branches? The reason is that you all know that in mountain region, if there is rainwater and or even if there is snowfall, what will happen? Because of these sloping branches, the snow or the rainwater will slide off very easily. Slide off very easily means फिसल के नीचे आराम से आ जाएगा. Okay, so otherwise, if these are not sloping branches, can you tell me, children, if just imagine if these trees would have been like the other trees, common trees, what would have happened? All the snow or the water would have been here only. The snow will not slide off, and what will happen? The trees will not get proper amount of sunlight and they will not be able to perform photosynthesis, or they will not be able to do transpiration. So that is the reason why they have got sloping branches and the leaves are needle like. So these are the two adaptations of the plants and the trees which are found in the mountain region. Okay, then if let's move on to the animals. The animals, if you have noticed, children, that whether there are many kinds of animals like the yaks. Okay, then you have got the snow leopard, as you can see in the figure. Okay, here you have got the yak. So what are the adaptations? How can they survive in the cold regions? These animals, they have got very thick skin or fur to protect themselves from the cold. As you are well aware, children, that you all know that yak has got so much of fur. You must have seen many of the bears, the snow leopards, they have got either they have got fur or they have got very thick skin. So what do these furs do? You all know that fur keep the animal warm. The long hair in the body of these animals, it will keep them warm. Okay, and even the snow leopard has also got thick fur on its body and also on its feet and its toes. Okay, so what will happen? It will protect its feet from the cold when it walks on the snow. Okay, then the mountain goats, they have got very strong hooves for running. Do you all know what are hooves? Hooves means the paws which are found underneath. Okay, पैर के नीचे जो होते हैं, that are the hooves, and they are very very strong so that they can run. Okay, and so these are the different adaptations of the mountain animals. Okay, they have got thick skin or fur to protect themselves from the cold. They have got these animals, they have got very sharp feet and toes. Okay, they have got claws also so that they can walk on the snow very properly. Okay, and then as I told you, mountain goat, they have got hooves. Clear? So these are the adaptations of mountain animals, the animals which live in the mountain region. Okay, Then let's move on to the animals living in the grassland. The animals in the grassland include, one of them is the lion. Okay, lion lives in a forest or a grassland, and it is a very strong animal that can hunt and kill other animals. Okay, so what are the adaptations of the lion in the grassland? If you can see in the figure, see the grasslands, the grasses are yellow in color. Okay, and the color of the lion is also almost, if you have noticed, it is golden or golden yellow color. Okay, so what happens, it can very well camouflage. Okay, camouflage means it will not be able to it will not be seen by the other animals. Okay, the grass is also yellow in color, and the lions are also yellowish golden in color, so the other animals will not be able to see it very clearly. Okay, and you all know that the claws of the lions are very in the front. They are very strong, and they have got very long claws. Okay, so what will it do? It will help the animal to hunt very easily. Okay, so here also in the same way, you know that about another animal is the deer. Okay, that lives in the forest or in the grassland. This also, it has got strong teeth for chewing hard plant stems of the forest. Since these deer are found in the grasslands or the forest, their teeth are very strong, and they are meant for chewing. Okay, and a deer needs to know about the predators. Do you know, children, what are predators? Predators means the animals like lion. Predators means the animals which hunt, like lion or tiger. And what is a prey? Prey is the animal which is going to be hunted. Like, for example, if a lion is going to hunt a deer, so who will be the predator? The lion will be predator because it is going to hunt the deer. And who will be the prey? The prey will be the deer. Okay, so prey means one who is going to be hunted, like the deer, and the predator is the one who is going to hunt or kill the other animal. Clear, children? So that is the difference between predator and the prey. Okay, so these deer, they have got very strong teeth for chewing hard plant stems. Then they have got long ears so that they can hear even the slightest movement of the predators. You must have noticed, if you all watch Discovery Channel, children. Okay, you must have seen in Discovery Channel that whenever the deer, it hears the sound of the lion or the tiger coming closer, its ears start moving. It can hear even the slightest movement. Okay, and have you noticed the eyes of the deer, children? The eyes of the deer are on the side of the head. Okay, what is the reason that the eyes of the ear are on the sides of the head? The eyes on the sides of the head allow it to look in all the directions for the danger. Okay, so these eyes which are in the side, you have seen that the eyes of the lion, tiger, they are all in front because they are the predators, whereas the eyes of the deer are on the side of the head so that they can look in all the direction for the danger. So this is another adaptation. Then you all know that the speed of the deer, isn't it? The deer runs very fast, and the speed of the deer helps them to run away from the predators. Clear, children? So these all are the adaptations of the different animals. Okay, so again, as I told you, please go through this video properly and read this part of the chapter which I have taught you. Thank you.